Why do humans get angry? Have you ever said something in anger that you regretted only seconds later? Maybe you slammed a door, raised your voice, or stayed angry for hours over something that now seems so small. If anger causes so much pain, why did humans evolve to feel it at all? What if anger isn't the enemy? What if it's actually one of the oldest survival tools our ancestors ever had? Today, we're going to discover why every human, young or old, kind or impatient, rich or poor, gets angry, and why understanding anger may completely change the way you see yourself. Imagine you are living 30,000 years ago. There are no cities, no phones, no police, no hospitals. You and your family survive by hunting, gathering food, and protecting one another. One afternoon, another group of people walks into your camp and begins taking your food. What happens if you simply smile and let them take everything? Your family could starve. Your children might not survive. Your entire group could disappear. In moments like these, your brain needed something powerful, something that could instantly flood your body with energy, something that made you stand taller, something that made fear disappear. That feeling was anger. Anger isn't just an emotion. It's your brain pressing an emergency button. The moment your brain believes something is unfair, threatening, or blocking something important to you, it activates ancient survival systems. Your heart beats faster, your breathing changes, muscles tighten, adrenaline rushes into your bloodstream. Your body prepares for action before you've even finished thinking. Thousands of years ago, this response helped humans survive dangerous situations. But today, most of us aren't fighting wild animals. We're fighting traffic, deadlines, arguments, social media comments, and people who forget to reply to our messages. Our ancient brain still reacts as if every problem is life or death. Think about the last time someone cut in front of you in traffic. For a brief moment, your body reacts as if you've been attacked. Not because the situation is truly dangerous, but because your brain hates losing control. Anger often appears whenever reality refuses to match our expectations. We expect people to be fair. We expect others to respect us. We expect life to go according to plan. When those expectations are broken, anger arrives. But here's something surprising. Most psychologists believe anger is rarely the first emotion we feel. It's usually hiding something much deeper. Imagine a young boy who spends weeks building a model airplane. He's proud of it. Then another child accidentally steps on it. The boy screams, throws pieces across the room. Everyone says, he's angry. But is he? Or is he actually heartbroken? Maybe embarrassed. Maybe disappointed. Maybe he feels that all his hard work disappeared in 1 second. Anger became the shield, protecting emotions that felt too painful to show. Adults do exactly the same thing. Someone criticizes our work. Instead of saying, I feel hurt, we become angry. Someone ignores our message. Instead of admitting, I feel rejected, someone lies to us. I trusted you. Very often, anger is simply pain wearing armor. Scientists have even discovered that anger changes the way we think. When we're angry, the emotional part of the brain becomes incredibly active. At the same time, the part responsible for careful reasoning becomes less effective. That's why people often say things they'll never say when they're calm. It's almost like temporarily letting emotion take the driver's seat while logic sits in the back. Fortunately, that state doesn't last forever. Given enough time, our thinking brain slowly regains control. That's one reason why many arguments seem much smaller the next day. But anger isn't always destructive. In fact, some of history's greatest achievements began with anger. People became angry about slavery, angry about injustice, angry about children working in dangerous factories, angry that some people had fewer rights than others. That anger inspired people to organize, speak out, invent new laws, and improve society. Without anger, many important changes might never have happened. The difference is what happened next. Some people used anger to destroy. Others used anger to solve problems. The emotion itself wasn't good or bad. The choice that followed made all the difference. There's another fascinating reason humans become angry. Our brains constantly compare how we're treated with how others are treated. Researchers have even seen something similar in other social animals. When one individual receives much better treatment than another for doing the same task, frustration can quickly appear. Humans experience this constantly. Two employees work equally hard. Only one gets promoted. Two siblings receive different rules. One friend always interrupts another. Whenever we believe something is deeply unfair, anger often follows. It's one of the brain's ways of saying, something isn't right. So, if anger is natural, should we simply accept every angry reaction? Not at all. Feeling anger is normal. Hurting others because of anger is a choice. Think of anger like fire. A small controlled fire cooks food, keeps people warm, and gives light. An uncontrolled fire destroys forests. The goal isn't to eliminate fire, it's to learn how to control it. The same is true for anger. Ignoring it completely isn't healthy. Exploding every time isn't healthy either. The healthiest people learn to recognize anger, understand what caused it, and respond instead of simply reacting. The next time you feel anger rising, pause for just one moment. Ask yourself one simple question. What am I actually feeling underneath this? Am I hurt? Embarrassed? Scared? Disappointed? Ignored? Sometimes the answer won't remove your anger immediately, but it will help you understand it. And understanding an emotion is often the first step toward controlling it. Why do humans get angry? Because millions of years ago, anger helped our ancestors survive. Today, it still protects us from threats, unfairness, and emotional pain. It warns us when something matters deeply. But anger was never meant to make every decision for us. The strongest person isn't the one who never gets angry. The strongest person is the one who understands why they're angry and chooses what happens next. Because every emotion has a purpose. Every behavior has a story. And perhaps understanding our anger is the first step toward understanding ourselves. If this video made you see anger differently, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And in the comments, tell us, what usually makes you angry, and what do you think is really hiding underneath that anger?